Well, my name is Pat Sullivan, and we're in Orleans, Michigan. We're going to move out to here in probably a year from now. So we wanted to make sure that the crawl space and everything wasn't an issue because the floor was open right to the dirt. And being on a lake, you expect some water, but not condensation sitting on the floor joist. So we were concerned with mold and mildew, musty smells. So the project managers, Tom and Mike, came out, did a thorough inspection of it. Found a problem down there with some mold and some mildew and a mess of insulation falling. So they did a real good job of estimating and figuring out what we needed as we, moved through the process. I had Ayers do some work at my mother's house a number of years ago in Lansing, and we got the name at that point through my brother in DeWitt, who had some work. We knew of the quality of the people, the quality of the materials, and the workmanship, and so I didn't want anybody else but Ayers to do my basement. I told Tom and Mike that we're only here on weekends, so they accommodated to be able to come out and meet me when I was here, and I didn't have to take a vacation day or anything. So that accommodation really was a nice thing. So that's when Mike came back out, and he was underneath the building for over an hour, taking good measurements, making sure they had everything in place. They have a weekly or a bi-weekly meeting with all their project managers, and they discussed my situation at that meeting to make sure that they were giving me exactly what I needed to make sure that I was going to solve the problem that was underneath, and got some good feedback from this meeting that they have. The scheduling was perfect. I mean, they brought me in a month earlier than what I figured it was going to be, and so that worked out well. Came in the very first day, and they were here probably 7 hours, and they were underneath the building almost the whole time. And they come out dirty, muddy, but they brought out 10 bags of garbage that was under there, and I mean, they did a great job. They got it all leveled off. They got the garbage all out of there, and they were able to spray the mold. The next day, 4 people came, and they were here over 13 hours. And these guys, again, were underneath the whole time. That was a dirty job. And then when it came time to put the clean space, they changed their clothes, and now the clean space is nice and clean, so they didn't get it dirty from the standpoint of crawling around in the wet that was underneath. And again, they were here 8:30 in the morning, and it was almost 9 o'clock, 9:15 when they left that evening, and they stayed till it was done. And they were quality guys, all 4 of them. Very polite, courteous, hard-working young men. It's a testimonial to the company, the quality of those 4 individuals. A lot of times these days, people don't want to work so hard, and this was not a fun job. I mean, as tight of a space and as dirty as it was, these guys, I can't say enough about those 4 individuals and the great job that they did. We have a sandy dry, a sump pump, clean space, which is like a 20 mil blanket, silver glow insulation on the sidewalls. We couldn't get the sandy dry in the original access, so we had to cut a new spot, and it actually worked out better because it's going to be easy for me. The sump pump, it can be accessed easily. I didn't need to shop anybody because I knew I only wanted Ayers to do my work. But you get what you pay for, and I think I felt that the price that we paid, I felt more than comfortable that I got my money's worth from the standpoint of the 6 people that were here for over 60. I calculated 60 to 65 man hours, the amount of materials they placed underneath, and the extra things that they did just to, I might say, hey, can you put something here? Can you put something there? Or spray a little more here, or spray a little more there, and they did that. Because not that I crawled on in there, but I peeked through the holes and made sure that everything was sealed up to make sure that I didn't have any problems, because some of my piping is underneath there, and I didn't want to have anything freeze or have any problems in the winter. And that's what this crawl space encapsulation that they did. They pretty much said that's going to warm that up down there. You shouldn't have any problems with any of your piping or anything down there. You can't go wrong with the company, with the products, or with the people. I had an outstanding experience.